Okay, I've finished with all of the airbrushing, getting all the base down, and I did go back and clean up a few places with the paintbrush because, you know, obviously overspray with the airbrush. And now we're going to start putting on our dry brush coats. For me, that seems to be what gives the best effect when doing these kind of pieces. So let's start with the stone. What I do, this is a few different shades of Vallejo grays, but if you look at it, it is just about the same color as Gray Storm from Americana Deco Arts. There's also, I think, Pavement from this brand. They're both Hobby Lobby or Michael's, uh, probably even Walmart. Uh, I think it's Pavement in this brand and Gray Storm. I use on terrain pieces, I use a lot of this cheaper paint because you go through a lot of it, and I try to save my Vallejo and Reaper paints and Citadel paints for my resin kits. Okay, so what we're going with now is Rainy Day Gray, and it's just a little bit lighter, and we're just going to airbrush this over. I can't stress enough how much it's good to save your old paintbrushes. These are in really poor shape. I wouldn't paint anything as far as anything that you're looking for details with these brushes, but these make amazing dry brushes because you get in there and you just, I don't know how you guys dry brush, but I get kind of rough. And we'll dry brush this, let that dry, and then go over it with a black wash, and then dry brush it with an even lighter tone, and it gets an amazing stone color. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to shut up and start painting, and then I will speed this up in the video. Okay, pretty happy with that one. And as you can see, I get pretty rough. I'm speeding up the video so you can't hear what my brush sounds like when I'm dry brushing this, but I'm literally scrubbing the print with the brush. But yeah, I get a little aggressive. Okay, I know you don't see a whole lot of difference, but I don't want to see a whole lot of difference. There's only subtle changes in stone, and I don't want to go from gray to white. So I go the darker gray, and then I go with the medium gray, and then I'm going to put my black wash on, and then once that all dries, then I'll put my lightest gray, which is granite gray, and that's a really light gray. And in some places I may go with some white because, you know, sun will shine and sometimes make white on the edges of rocks. All right, now let's go ahead and start with the batching on the roof. And what I want this to look like is hay, basically. So I've got my deeper tone, but I don't want to go with full-on yellow because hay is not really yellow. It's like tones of yellows and browns. So I am going to use a medium yellow from Vallejo, but I'm also going to use a Model Master, and this is wood color, but we're not going for a wood look. We're going for a hay look. Use my little scooper to get some out. Not going to need a whole lot because this is dry brushing. And we'll go 2 drops yellow and see what that does. I may go even lighter than that. And just like the stone, this is going to get a brown wash and then an even lighter tone over top of that brown wash if I need it. Sometimes I don't need a lighter. Let's go a little bit more yellow. I think you'll find with me there are a lot of things, most things, how I paint is just pretty much trial and error until I get the color that I want. Let's go with 1 drop of taupe gray. It's because I want to lighten it up. I like the color, but I want to lighten it up a little bit. Yeah, I think I'm good with that. I'm just hitting high points because I don't want to get rid of that darker undertone that I've got. You see the difference in this side and this side? Subtle, but it's there. Okay, and there we have our first coat of dry brush on the thatching. I'll put the brown wash on there and see what else I need to do. Right now it's a little bit darker than I would like, so I'm probably going to go back over with a little bit lighter after I do the brown wash. But let's go ahead and dry brush on our wood. For the wood, I want to go with a redder tone than what is already on here, and then I'll go back with a tan lighter dry brush. Well, I wasn't paying attention, and my camera has an automatic shut off at 29 minutes, and I went over that. So I got none captured of me dry brushing the wood on the house. And so yeah, there's that. But I basically just went with a wood color. No, this was, sorry, back that up. This was this red tone, and then it's moccasin brown and a taupe gray, just to lighten up the moccasin brown a little bit. Yeah, that's what I did the wood tone with. So what I said that you didn't see was that now that everything has been the first dry brush put on it, I'm letting this dry down, and I'm going to start on the base, getting that started, and was going to get everything out. Let's pause. This one's intentional, and I'll come back with all of this cleaned off and the base on my mat.